Drip irrigation system has been connected. Alright, I thought I would start from the other side today, since we always start from that end. We have our raspberries down here are flowering, and just this is the first year for all of them, so we don't expect a whole lot, but we will get a little bit of action from these guys. This garlic and onion is so tall. It's pretty exciting. It's coming along very nicely. My black Creme tomatoes, which you saw me plant a couple weeks ago, they're doing well. They're taking well to the transplant. These are not set up on the drip irrigation system. I wanted to be able to control how much water they get. There's a little cayenne pepper back there that is probably kind of mad at me for how much shade these peas are providing. Speaking of which, these peas are doing fantastic. And yesterday I found my first little pea. And then this basil was struggling a little bit, but I think it's gonna make it. The war rages on with the beet leaf miner. I've just been scraping the eggs just like that every morning. Got some more peppers here that I've planted. This is a Thai chili. One of these is a Thai chili. I'm not sure which. And then there's a cayenne back there. The cayenne seem to do really well here. So I've planted a lot of them. Like right there. And then that is probably a jalapeno. And then these are my greens. They're doing great. The kale, the mustard, all my other mustard's starting to bolt, so I'm glad that I planted that stuff. And then the spinach is starting to flower. So I'm excited to save seeds from that. We did some painting yesterday, and this zucchini and cucumber section got a little stepped on, but it hasn't germinated yet, so I guess we'll just kind of see. We had some pretty cold weather, so I think it's going to take a while. Our leeks are coming along. I've mulched a lot more since the last video, just because it's actually starting to get warmer and we're starting to get these viney weeds. So we just need a little bit more cover. You can see the beans that I sowed in the back are coming up, and behind those marigolds. Marigolds haven't bloomed yet, but they're getting quite large. And this dill is starting to be a lot more ferocious. And then the dinosaur kale is doing well. And then I planted this Thai basil. I dropped the pot that it was in, and it shattered. And so I planted it here. It's not loving life outside, but it's okay if it's not. I have more if it dies. And if it lives, then hopefully it will live a happy life once it's consistently warmer. I got another pepper back there. This is from a combo packet of pepper seeds. And then here's my radish carrot mix. You can see the carrot sprouts are in the radishes. I think this row that I sowed, the soil was just a little too warm, because these radishes, as you can see, that one is bolting. They're not really forming roots anymore, so I've just been using the greens, but I'm excited to plant more in the fall. And I have some green onions. I succession sowed here, but nothing is coming up yet, so I'm just kind of waiting on that guy. My cucumber and zucchini are coming up, and the idea is that these radishes will be gone by the time these guys need to take up too much space, so I'll probably pull these out soon. And then same thing with the cucumbers back there, and this kohlrabi. The kohlrabi is starting to look like kohlrabi, which is cool. And then this little baby bok choy I've sowed is looks like it's wanting to go to seed because it's getting pretty warm, but that's okay because I'll leave some room for the zinnias. My cilantro, I have been harvesting off this cilantro like crazy. You can see that the way that you can tell that cilantro is starting to bolt is when the leaves start to get like this. They start to get a lot thinner compared to like that kind of leaf, if you can see the difference there. So I've just been harvesting off this. This is a couple plants in each little bunch, but I've been trying to prevent the bolting, but cilantro just likes to bolt when it gets hot. There is another little plant coming up here, so hopefully it won't be too long between cilantro gaps. And same thing with this arugula here. I pulled out, I had a plant here and one there, and I pulled it out and succession planted, and we've got some little seedlings coming up, and then I'm letting some of the bigger stuff go to seed so that I can save the seeds. Same thing with this pak choi. I'll still eat this. I'm going to save the seeds as well. And this one, this is the one that I did the cut and come again. You can see that there's lots of stuff coming back, and it would have come back even better if it didn't get hot and start to bolt. Got more of the kohlrabi here. This stuff's a little slower going. And then spinach and chard. The spinach over here is starting to bolt as well. The chard and kale are doing great. The mustard has gone to flower, which is okay with me because it's beautiful. Look at those little guys. So pretty. And then the nasturtium are finally starting to take off. Beautiful. And another little struggling Thai basil. And then my salvia is taking off. And the edge of the garden. Oh, I'm pretty excited about these sunflowers. You know, I've been showing these. And then there's one you can see back by the tomato, which is getting big. And these tomatoes, this one, and then the couple over there, are actually doing surprisingly well. So here is the container garden. I had to put the catnip inside because this one was sitting on it every day and not letting it grow. This is a rhubarb plant that I'm babysitting for a friend. This marigold wants to bloom so badly. It was just really cold last week. Lots of tomato blossoms, which is exciting. I was kind of worried that some of these might fall off just because it was really cold last week. Here's my Gardener's-Light Tomato. You can see it's a lot taller and thinner vining type than the bush tomato. These currants are actually putting off blossoms, which I didn't expect them to have much fruit this year, so that's pretty cool. Hi, Mr. Kitty. This is Pete. These are some melons that I'm hardening off. They'll go in the garden. This mint is going nuts. We've got chives starting to blossom. All right, that is it for today's garden tour. Things are really starting to grow as it's getting a little bit warmer here. And I'm excited to see the progress throughout the rest of the summer. Thanks for watching. Bye.